Hello everyone, I am not a critic and today we will be checking out 2009's adventure crime drama Sin Nombre. Let's get into it. The film opens up to the image of a beautiful wooded area. The leaves are beginning to change, giving a contrast of green with orange leaves. From this we are then shown the main character, Willie, aka El Casper. He is portrayed by Edgar Flores. There is a sharp contrast from the world El Casper lives in and the picture that he is admiring. He is a gang member to the notorious Mara Salvatrucha, commonly known as MS-13. We are taken on a little journey as we follow him around his territory, collecting money and saying hello to his fellow members. He visits El Smiley, who is Christian Ferrer in real life. He is a young kid who wants to join MS-13. And so his initiation has come. El Mago, de Noche Huerta, and a group of members surround Smiley and jump him in. Basically a beating that lasts around 13 seconds to demonstrate that the person is devoted to the gang way of life. An important side story that is taking place involves three individuals: Zaira, Paulina Guitan, Horacio, Gerardo Taracena, and Orlando, Guillermo Villegas. They are a family from Honduras that are hoping to make it to New Jersey. Migrants traveling the network of Mexican freight trains, nicknamed El Tren de la Muerte, the Death Train. Afterwards, we are introduced to Casper's significant other, Martha Marlene, who is the talented Diana Garcia. He finds her special, but has some hesitation bringing her into his violent world, pleading to Smiley to keep the visit a secret from El Mago and the others. Now that Smiley has become a member, he is brought to headquarters, a hideout where only members or very close affiliates are allowed. We the audience are quickly introduced to El Picaro, Harold Torres, and El Smoky, David Serrano. They are MS-13 members that come from El Salvador. This scene gives an insight of just how much influence Mara Salvatrucha has globally. A member hoping to join the gang has steps to take in order to be fully accepted into the organization. One involves the killing of a rival gang member. The opportunity comes when El Mago takes Casper and Smiley to a cage holding Leche, who is portrayed by Hector Jimenez. He is a wounded member from Barrio 18, a rival gang to MS-13. Both Casper and Smiley use a chimbas, a homemade gun, to kill the rival. We move forward in our story and revisit the side plot of the film. Horacio is the father of Zaira and Orlando. He previously successfully migrated to America, where he started a new family. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, he was deported and now is hoping to go back, but wants to bring the family he left behind. They all have traveled about 3 days, making their way up to the border of Guatemala and Mexico, with 2 to 3 weeks of travel to go. Their goal is to make it to New Jersey, where Yesenia, the new wife of Horacio, is waiting. 908-555-0187. Remember, 908-555-0187. The dark side of gang life is shown when El Sol, who is Luis Fernando Peña, in real life finds Smiley, Casper, and Martha by the train tracks. There is going to be a gang meeting at the cemetery the following day at noon. Martha shows up, which upsets Casper, and for good reason. El Mago finds her and pulls her aside, which will end with the death of Martha. That night, Casper, Smiley, and El Mago make their way to the train tracks and board a train which is loaded with migrants. Their goal is to rob the people once the train departs to collect any valuables. At this point, the side story with Horacio, Zaira, and Orlando will combine with the main story involving Casper. Things will move quick when an altercation between El Mago and Zaira causes Casper to change and choose a new path away from Mara Salvatrucha. With a blow from a machete, Casper kills El Mago. He then tells Smiley to get off the train because he doesn't want whatever's about to happen to him to happen to Smiley too. Back at the MS-13 hideout, the rest of the group is deciding what to do. With so many rival gang members around, the best solution is to send word up to other members deeper into Mexico in the hopes that someone is able to spot Casper. Smiley steps up, and with a small group of armed members will pursue Casper as well. Now is the time to show loyalty to his new family. The train stops at the next big city in their journey, Veracruz. Casper looks over and sees a young man looking at the train on the roof of a building. He knows he is being pursued to be killed. Here the group recovers for a short time before heading back out on the train. It is the first time they are able to properly sleep, eat, and shower since they crossed the border of Guatemala and Mexico. Smiley meets up with a neighboring unit that is run by El Scarface, who is portrayed by Gabino Rodriguez. Also at this point, Zaira is talking more and more with Casper. She wants to help him and ask him to come with her and her family to America. It becomes a game of cat and mouse. Casper has avoided any danger, but the gang is closing in. He is spotted at another train stop and begins to run for his life. El Scarface and Smiley encounter a group of rival gang members and also begin to run in order to escape. Casper escapes, but it is becoming a truly desperate situation. Both Zaira and Casper separate from the group. They meet up with Tia Toña, who is Catalina Lopez. She is a close associate to Casper. She will help them hitch a ride in an abandoned car that is being towed towards the border. Tia Toña always does the right thing. A tragedy will occur to Horacio. After being ordered to get off the train by police, he accidentally trips and falls overboard. Orlando can only watch in horror as his father has passed. El Scarface, El Sol, El Smiley, and a few others wait hiding at a junkyard. Tia Toña always does the right thing, which means that her alliance is towards Mara Salvatrucha. Everyone gets ready, but it is revealed that Casper and Zaira are not in the car. The duo spend a couple of nights at Tamaulipas to gather themselves for the final leg of the journey. There they find a fellow traveler who was with Orlando the day Horacio passed away. He informs Zaira of what happened. Casper knows the feeling of losing someone and will do anything to make sure Zaira makes it over the border. It is the only way to have something positive come from all the pain and struggle that has happened. They both find someone willing to guide them across the river via a water tube. Zaira goes first, and she is halfway when she looks back and sees Casper run. He is being pursued by everyone, but he doesn't make it far before he comes face to face with Smiley holding a revolver. For a moment they look at each other. Smiley squeezes the trigger. His loyalty is to his new family, MS-13. The film ends with Orlando finding a ferry over the river, but is still on his own. Smiley has shown his loyalty and is now forever Mara Salvatrucha. Zaira makes it over the border. She walks towards a payphone. 908-555-0187. Thank you everyone for watching another episode. This is Not a Critic. Much love.